Fate of the Furious is a dumb action flick. I'm not a film critic, I can say that right. And maybe you knew that going in, but you're curious about what I, a nerd on the internet, thinks of it. Well, I'll try to be quick since there ain't that much trailer footage and I'd like to actually get back to reviewing games. F8 continues the ongoing narrative of a couple of guys made out of muscle doing the good work of the US government with a team of misfits using the most dangerous weapons known to man, that being high horsepower cars, naturally. After a successful mission securing a device that emits electromagnetic pulses from some nameless organization, Vin Diesel's Dom Toretto betrays his family and works for a supercriminal hacker going by the handle of Cypher, played by Charlize Theron, because she bypasses locks or something. Anyway, she has some sort of dirt on him to make him join her. It's a family member, obviously. This is all unbeknownst to the rest of the team, and now Hobbs and crew must team up with none other than the sort of threat from the last film to bring Dom to justice and prevent Cypher from using the EMP at all for something spoilery. If you know anything about the series, there's this pervasive theme of family and loyalty trumping everything, including common sense, and that's still present here, and I really mean that this time. But it is just pretense to stage action scenes, so The story itself is what I consider the start of a new and maybe final arc for these characters, and the hole left by Paul Walker means that Vin Diesel and Dwayne Johnson basically have to carry the film as the co-leads, and maybe it should be Johnson and Jason Statham doing that. Their half antagonistic, half joking dynamic is incredibly entertaining, more so than anything else in the movie. Maybe it's because The Rock and the D&D jock don't get along at the moment, but none of their interaction was any good. Probably because they were only in one scene together, period. The rest of the team returns, and their performances are okay, but Tyrese stands out as the asshole Joker who is so done with this shit, since his delivery is the most natural. Kurt Russell as Nobody is still the humorous hands-off leader of whatever his team is, and Scott Eastwood is doing his best aloof O'Connor impression. Charlize Theron has given some really garbage lines to espouse equally rubbish philosophy to try to get Dom to abandon the family, and you can guess how well that goes. With James Wan replaced by F. Gary Gray, the style of cinematography has changed, meaning a lot less speedy shots rotating around characters and more long shots, but the movie looked a little more plain during non-action scenes. On the other hand, there was a nice general focus on hand-to-hand combat and CQB that I felt was missing from the last three films outside of those with actual known fighters like Tony Jaa. On the other hand, despite Gray's experience directing car chase scenes, I didn't enjoy them as much as those from the previous trilogy. Then again, that's just me. Maybe too much obvious CG fakering marring the scenes or something. And that's it. I really don't have a final verdict for this movie or anything. Like the last video, I just wanted to talk about it and express my opinion, mostly because there's nothing I can do to make someone uninterested in a film like this go see it, and there's nothing I can say to convince a fan to stay away. I do feel that the series has started to plateau maybe in terms of the bombastic action it provides, and the last two films are going to really have to bring the entire narrative home, especially with the villains they're pushing. I usually have a dumb sentence to finish these videos off prepared, so how about the fate of the curious is to